Welcome to Hope Starts Here. We're so glad you could join us today. My name is Matt. We're on a daily spiritual journey of contemplation towards Easter. Whether you've been keeping up with our daily devotionals or you're just joining us for the first time, welcome. I want to encourage you to take a moment to quiet your mind and prepare your heart. To breathe in hope and breathe out fear. To breathe in hope and breathe out fear. And our prayer for you today is that we would see Jesus more clearly, love more dearly, and follow more nearly. Today's passage is from John chapter 10, verses 7 through 21, in which Jesus is describing himself as the Good Shepherd, a caretaker and protector from thieves and wolves and other threats. And he goes on to say this: "The sheep hear my voice. They know me, and I am willing to lay down my life for them," as an ultimate expression of love. Now, for this time and place, to a first century audience, that would have evoked a strong sense of leadership and care. Two pivotal Old Testament figures, Moses and David, were both shepherds at one time. And perhaps the most well-known psalm throughout all of Scripture, Psalm 23, begins with the phrase, "The Lord is my shepherd." I was thinking about what it means to hear the voice of a shepherd. Growing up in New York, I had an amazing childhood. We lived on a block with a lot of kids, and so we got to play together, run around, ride bikes. But there was always a time to come home. And in a pre-cell phone era, my dad had a way of getting our attention. He would whistle. Now, this wasn't any sort of average whistle. My dad had a superpower when it came to whistling. It was so loud and so shrill and so distinct. I knew that when I heard that whistle, I could hear it a block away, that it was time to come home. So my question to you today is this: if the shepherd called to you, would you be able to hear it? We live in a time, especially right now, where there's a lot of ambient noise. And if there's too much noise happening in the background, we might not be able to hear the voice of the shepherd. Theologian Karl Barth was known for starting his mornings with a Bible in one hand and a newspaper in the other, but he would use care to read the paper in the light of Scripture. That is to say, we cannot be exclusively formed and informed by the world around us. So my challenge to you today is this: is there a voice in your life that you need to start listening to? And maybe more importantly, are there voices that you need to stop listening to? Verse 16 says, "I have other sheep that are not of this sheep pen. I must bring them also. They too will listen to my voice, and there shall be one flock and one shepherd." I want to encourage you with this. We are the sheep, and there's a lot of us. And if we are aware and attuned to the voice of the shepherd, then the pen and the flock and the pasture and the world will be a much better place. So in our efforts to see clearly and love dearly and follow nearly, let's use care to listen for that voice above the noise of fear or anxiety or anger or worry. Take some time today to be still and listen for it. And we'll see you tomorrow.